All right, today we're going to be given an approach shot tutorial by world champion Allie Smith, which is interesting, frankly, because I've never really thought of you as being approachable.
That was really rude.
I'm so sorry. You still want to do the video, or? We've got stations at 75, 100, 125, and 150 feet.
Feet.
Yeah.
Yes, not meters.
You're going to give us 3 tips with disc selection,
yep,
shot planning, and technique.
I should have had. God, why do I have?
Wow. She's gone. Some people just weren't meant for the camera, you know? They just, the little camera jitters, and they just break. Oh, she's
I
back.
had too many COVID camera teaching.
You have COVID?
Okay.
Disc selection.
Disc selection. We're gonna go with either stone steady most of the time for my upshots or the DL breaker. Really, it's gonna be the distance. So from about 75 feet, 100 feet, I'll probably choose the stone steady. A little bit further than that, I'm gonna be going with the DL breaker.
All right, and then shot planning. Like what are your steps? Do you have sort of a process as you break down every single approach shot that you step up to?
Usually I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna say, well, first, what do I need to throw? Do I need to throw a hyzer? Do I need to throw a flex shot, a straight shot?
And then finally, take us through a little bit of your technique in terms of how you get those just smooth, consistent releases.
Sure, I'm gonna be a 2-finger grip. My thumb is just kind of on top of the plate and tuck the other 2 in. I know everyone's got their own kind of feel to it. This came from Ultimate, so that's my forehand grip. And then really trying to follow through in front of you towards your target. Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
It's like a cool Spock, you know? We've got the cool, it's called the cool Trek grip. It's trademarked.
I really like the breaker because it is a little more shallow. I really can hold on to it pretty firmly compared to other discs that have a little more depth. So like along with aiming towards and releasing your hand and wrist towards the basket, you want your body to do the same thing. So you want to make sure that your off leg, I'm right-handed, so my right leg is following through with my arm and disc towards the pin or towards your airspace you want to throw in. So right hand, yep.
Okay, Allie, you throw.
Okay.
And I'm watching what you're doing, and then I'm gonna try and replicate it, and you can help me get better at upshots.
Great.
You're not even stepping on this first one because we're at 75 feet. It's just all kind of stable.
Exactly, all more in the arm here and the wrist snap.
Okay. Okay, now what do you say to somebody who does a terrible job flicking putters? I'd love to be somebody who could flick a putter, but how do I eliminate this like just crazy sporadic wobble when I'm
I would say
flicking my putter?
What I saw there in that throw was more like, look, Anheuser, you came over it. Okay. And so maybe that was because you weren't putting enough body into it. So maybe just have a little bit into it so that you are snapping towards the target. Okay. Not off the target.
Over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrist roll.
Wow. Okay.
There you go.
All right, let's move back to 100 feet. Okay, we're at 100 feet now. This is definitely a trouble spot for a lot of AMs. Like when I step up to this approach shot, there's an element of worry, you know? Right. Especially if I was still throwing a putter, which I want to do to get over my fear. I was talking to my therapist actually about this.
You're working through it. That's what's important.
So this is just a really important moment. So it's too long to putt.
Absolutely.
And it's not long enough for me to throw like a stable approach putter really hard, so you have to have touch, and I don't. So show me what you do, and then help me get good.
Right. So we're a little bit further away now. I don't want to throw it harder necessarily. I want to put more revolutions on the disc. I want to spin it more, pop the wrist, and really let it, the spin get the disc to the basket. Not popping and turning like the wrist roll where you're gonna force it.
Popping and locking.
And dropping, Anheuser,
yeah,
rolling.
Exactly.
The pop and flick the wrist.
Wow.
Am I?
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow. Oh, those are both under the basket. Okay, absolutely terrified. Am I following through from this distance, or it's just mostly still standing?
For me personally, it's still a little more standing, but I think you may want to follow through a little bit.
I might want
to at least let your body naturally fall forward.
Kind of go that way. Okay, I'm gonna think about the previous tip, which was don't pop and lock it and drop it. I'm gonna spin it.
Spin it.
Oh, I locked it.
You felt it. You felt the difference.
It felt so bad, like as I'm coming over the top. So okay, all right, more spin and less wrist roll here. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Pinned.
That's a putter. Let's move back to 125. 125. Boy, this approach shot sure is a deal breaker. It's a.
All right, so we're at 125 feet now, 125 feet. So I'm gonna beef up a little bit and go to the DL breaker. Just something a little more stable that I can trust. We'll have a little fade or finish at the end towards the basket with the forehand moving left to right. So I need to put this a little bit more out to the left as they are going to finish a little bit to the right for me. I want to trust that 0-3 stability with these newer DL breakers. I'm really following through and popping the wrist. We want to snap the wrist, not pop it, lock it, and drop it.
Right.
We want to snap the wrist and follow through with our body and that right leg forward.
There's a pop involved because it's kind of a snap, crackle pop.
Yeah, okay.
As opposed to a pop, lock, and
drop. Right.
Okay.
The lock is what you don't want to lock. No
exactly.
lock.
No lock.
Okay. Keep it all unlocked.
Snap, crackle, pop.
That's a new one. I don't know what that one does.
That was a little more
They
beefy.
are. It says these are going to be stable then.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
First one.
For starters, I should say that I'm nervous because this is outside my comfort zone by a good bit. But I'm just going to do what Ali said. I'm going to follow through, spin it, and don't come over.
You almost can.
It's like the breaker saved me there, but I still did kind of come over a little bit, but the natural stability brought it back. That's better.
There it is.
Come on.
Go in.
All right, that's the tutorial. Thanks for joining. Ali can make anybody good. Just like that. You go from clown to class president immediately.
A1 day one.
Go from 0 to
125 feet.
I was going to say hero, but okay, Ali, talk me off the cliff. I know that you've made me into a professional upshot person as of the last station, but we're here at 150 feet, and I look at this on an actual course. I might get scared off of flicking the breaker, and I might move up to like a quake or something.
Right.
And I don't know if anybody else watching would do this, but you have a little bit of a fear of that like fluttery putter mess up, and so you think, well, I'm just gonna, you know, something soft with something way more overstable. Is that a bad idea to be doing mids from 150 instead of this sort of putter?
Not a bad idea. It is still a DGA quake, so it's still a DGA disc. No, not a bad idea, but you have to have confidence. Like you just threw it in.
I don't have confidence.
You have the confidence. Confidence is key in your ability. We just moved back 25 feet. It's not too much further. I don't think we need a whole extra 2-speed and same glide and finish, but stay with the putter. Trust the flick and the snap and the pop of the wrist. Follow through a little more. If you don't trust it, you'll get it there, but don't change that form in the wrist and rolling. You're really not going to get there then.
So that's the first time that you've stepped through. Wow. Nice.
You need a little bit more power, so a little step through to get there.
Wow.
There we go.
Okay.
That was better.
So yeah, both of those are like 10 feet. Okay. It's just 25 feet further. Like, it's the same shot. I just gotta trust and throw. Okay, 20 feet. That's okay?
Yeah.
What would you say? I feel like I'm still
coming over on it, right?
Still doing that.
Yep. The forearm shouldn't like roll over. We should stay flat throughout.
Okay. Okay, trying to keep this all in line.
Yes, that's a good one.
Because I'm doing this.
Don't do that.
And don't do that.
Yeah. Flat, all in line. Yeah, don't break the wrist.
Don't, okay, all right.
But you can see it didn't have it didn't flip up flat. It held the straight and then finished. Keeping it through.
It's just so smooth.
I'd say you're very smooth.
There's a hyzer release.
There, you trusted it though.
I did it, yeah.
So that's where practice will come into play. Lots of repetitions as well.
So I want to do that, just aiming left.
Left. I think you got a gust of wind.
That's better.
That's great.
Okay, that's improvement.
Yeah.
Now I can practice on that a little bit.
So will you throw the DL breaker from 150 feet down?
Oh.
Forehand.
Yeah. Yes, of course I will.
I hope this video helps. Thanks for having me out today to get some forehand practice in.
It's helped me so much, even just in the 10 minutes that we've been doing this. I already feel like a lot more confidence. And like, I don't like that feeling of nervousness standing over some approach shots.
Right.
So I'm really excited to be confident and smooth. Like world champion Ali Smith. Like and subscribe. We're gonna have more casual tutorials like this coming up soon. Peace out.